On my birthday, my girlfriend rushed off, texting, "X needs me. Don't wait up." I replied, "Understood." Then I packed all her designer clothes and sent them via courier to her ex's address with a note, "She's yours now." 3 hours later, her ex was angrily calling me because she was crying on his doorstep with suitcases. Original post I32M staring at a half-eaten lobster mac and cheese. My birthday dinner. Nicole, 28F, my girlfriend of 2 years, was supposed to be here. She's not. About 4 hours ago, as I was prepping her favorite meal for my birthday, she blew in, already dressed for a night out. "Hey babe, happy birthday," she pecked my cheek. "Andrew needs me. Super urgent. Can't talk. Don't wait up." Andrew, 30M, is the ex she swore was ancient history, but who regularly manufactured crises only Nicole could solve. Before I could process, my phone buzzed. Her text, "X needs me. Don't wait up." No apology. Nothing. The switch in my head just flipped. This wasn't new, but on my birthday, with that text, done. My reply, "Understood." Then, a strange calm. I looked at her side of the closet, overflowing with designer everything, Prada, Gucci, Louboutins. Stuff mostly bought with her influencer money, but taking up prime real estate in my apartment. So I started packing, carefully, methodically. 3 large suitcases and 2 oversized totes. Every dress, every shoe, every ridiculously priced face cream. An hour and a half later, her life was neatly containerized. Andrew's address was still in her car's GPS from her last Mercy mission. I wrote a note. "She's yours now. Looks like she needs you more." Tucked it into a suitcase. Called a 24/7 rush courier. Watched them load up her worldly possessions. "Handle with care," I said. "Very valuable." 3 hours later, an unknown number. "Mark?" Gruff, annoyed. Speaking. "Andrew, what in the world?" Nicole was wailing dramatically in the background. "She's on my doorstep, with all her stuff, crying. Says you threw her out. She's hysterical about all her expensive things, saying some of it better not be damaged." I sipped my wine. Did I? Or did she choose to be with you on my birthday because you needed her? I just helped her belongings catch up. Everything was packed carefully. You're insane. She came here because I was having a crisis. Funny you're calling me about suitcases instead of handling said crisis. She has nowhere to go. Her name isn't on the lease here. You can't just kick her out. The entitlement was already blooming. She's not on my lease either, Andrew. It's my place. She left. I forwarded her mail, so to speak. This is nuts. Let her back in, or come get her stuff. Nicole was now screeching something about how she'd check every single item. Nope. She made her choice. You're her emergency contact. Deal with it. I hung up. The silence is nice. This is far from over, though. Nicole and Andrew thrive on drama. Update 1, 48 hours later. The last 2 days, a masterclass in Nicole's meltdown mechanics. Thanks for the DMs and comments. Glad y'all see it too. After Andrew's call, I blocked him. Then Nicole's barrage began. Voicemails. Sobbing, raging, pleading. The hits. Mark, how could you? It was my birthday. Still my birthday, Nicole, as you well know. I was just being a good friend to Andrew. My expensive stuff. It's crammed into Andrew's tiny apartment. He's freaking out. You better hope nothing is missing or broken. Sounds like a them problem. You're so for everything. Yes, after everything I put up with. Andrew says I can't stay. His new girlfriend is pissed. You have to let me come back. New girlfriend? So Andrew's crisis was probably new relationship drama he dragged Nicole into. Classic. Yesterday morning, her older sister Stephanie, 35F, used her emergency key to barge in. Stephanie. Mark, what is going on? Nicole's hysterical. You threw her out on your birthday? Morning, Stephanie. Coffee? Nicole left on my birthday for Andrew. I sent her things to her chosen destination. Don't be a smartass. She made a mistake. Andrew manipulated her. Or she enjoys being his savior. This isn't new, Stephanie. Just the first time on my birthday with a text dismissal. Stephanie softened slightly. She knows Nicole. Okay, maybe she overreacted, but sending her stuff? Harsh. She's got nothing. Me, she has multiple suitcases of designer gear. She's with Andrew, her priority. He's kicking her out. His new girlfriend Lauren went ballistic. Nicole's literally at a cafe with her luggage. The sheer expectation that I'd fix this was astounding. Me. Sounds like a Nicole, Andrew, Lauren problem, not a Mark problem. She created this. She's your girlfriend. Was she? Her actions were pretty clear. We're done. This was the final straw. Stephanie argued, guilt-tripped, pleaded. I stood firm. She left, fuming, to rescue Nicole. Hours later, my landlord, Mr. Roberts, called. Mark, strange call. A young lady, Nicole, claiming to be your fiancée, said you illegally evicted her, needed access. Fiancée? Illegal eviction? The audacity. Mr. Roberts, Nicole was my girlfriend, not engaged. She moved out after a disagreement. Lease is solely in my name. Thought so. Sounded dramatic. Mentioned calling police about her belongings. She has them. They were couriered to her exes. All right, son. Heads up. Nasty breakup. So now it's illegal eviction and fiancé status. Changed the locks. Lawyer friend confirmed I'm clear. She's not on the lease. The entitlement is escalating. This is just the appetizer, I fear. Tonight, that leftover lobster mac. Tastes like freedom. Update 2. 1 week later. This week, the entitlement hit warp speed. Nicole's attempts to reclaim her throne in my apartment have been creative. After failing with the landlord, she took to social media. The influencer leveraged her platform. Vague, teary-eyed posts. Betrayal hurts most from someone you loved. Some people have no heart. Kicked out and abandoned. Pics with Stephanie and another friend, Heather, looking somber. Just want my things and my peace back. Followed by a GoFundMe. Help Nicole get back on her feet. Goal, $10. The GoFundMe narrative. Cruel ex threw me out with nothing. Lie, she had suitcases of clothes, trying to destroy my life. Need help securing new apartment and replacing essential belongings he refuses to return. Double lie. Her followers lapped it up, though a few skeptics asked about her recent designer hauls. Those comments vanished quickly. Then, Andrew's new girlfriend, Lauren, DM'd me on IG. Lauren, Mark, over this Nicole drama. Andrew's an idiot, but she's manipulative. Cried at our place for 2 days, trashing you, expecting him to dump me. Tried to wear my clothes. When Andrew finally told her to leave, total meltdown. Me. Sounds like Nicole. Sorry you're dealing with it. Lauren, she told Andrew you were abusive and controlling. That's why she fled to him. He almost bought it until I pointed out the perfectly packed Louis Vuitton luggage. Not exactly fleeing in terror. Me. Abusive and controlling, of course. Exactly. FYI, she's telling everyone you stole her valuable stuff for the GoFundMe. Andrew actually gave her cash, felt guilty. Moron. So now I'm an abusive, thieving ex. Lovely. Next, Nicole's mom, Nancy, 50F, called. This was a week after the initial incident. Nancy, Mark, appalled. Nicole is devastated. You threw her out like garbage. Me, Nancy, with all due respect, Nicole chose to leave on my birthday for her ex. I returned her property to her. Her property, she's had a chance to go through things properly now, and she says you've kept her most expensive jewelry and some limited edition handbags. Specifically, her vintage Chanel bag, the one her grandmother gave her. Things worth thousands. She says it definitely wasn't in the suitcases. The accusation was now very specific. Me, Nancy, everything she owned that was in my apartment was packed. 3 large suitcases, 2 tote bags, all her designer gear. I sent it via insured courier. Delivery confirmation signed by Andrew. I have it. She says it wasn't in there, that you deliberately kept her best things. That Chanel bag is irreplaceable. I packed what I saw. If something specific is missing, according to her now, perhaps she should recheck all her bags very carefully, or consider if it was stored elsewhere before this. Did she check her old room at your house? It wasn't singled out to me as being left behind when she was at Andrew's. Are you calling my daughter a liar? Me, I'm saying I sent everything I found in my apartment. If she genuinely believes, after a thorough search, that items were stolen by me, she should file a police report. I have delivery documentation for all the luggage. A calculated bluff. I doubted she'd want cops involved with her GoFundMe scam. Nancy, unacceptable. Find that bag or our lawyer calls. Me, I await any communication from your lawyer. Goodbye, Nancy. Click. Lawyers? Predictable. My response? Targeted. I emailed Nicole, CC'd Stephanie. Subject, your belongings and recent accusations, Nicole. It has come to my attention via your mother that you are now claiming, a week after receiving your belongings, that I have stolen specific items of yours, including expensive jewelry and a vintage Chanel bag. To reiterate, all items of yours that were in my apartment as of birthday date were packed by me into 3 suitcases and 2 tote bags. These were dispatched via courier company name, tracking number, and delivered to Andrew at Andrew's address, on birthday date, time. The delivery was signed for by Andrew. Receipt and confirmation attached. I also have time-stamped photos I took of the open suitcases before they were sealed, showing the contents, including numerous handbags and jewelry boxes. Small embellishment, but enough to sow doubt. If you genuinely believe items are missing after thoroughly rechecking everything delivered, consider if these items were perhaps stored elsewhere, e.g. your parents' house, a safety deposit box, and overlooked in your initial check. File a formal police report detailing the allegedly stolen items, their value, and any proof of ownership. I will, of course, cooperate fully with any official police investigation and provide them with my documentation. Continuing to make false and defamatory statements publicly or privately about me committing theft will result in me exploring my own legal options for defamation. This is your only warning. We are finished. Your attempts to manipulate, extort, or slander me will not work. Mark sent. The GoFundMe had stalled around $350. Let's see how this email plays. Facts are my weapons here. Final update. 3 months later. It's been a journey, but the saga of Nicole's birthday boomerang seems to have concluded with a whimper, not a bang, which is, frankly, delicious. That email with the courier receipts and the slightly exaggerated mention of photo evidence of the packed bags, magically, the specific accusations of theft, especially the Chanel bag, evaporated. The GoFundMe was quietly taken down about a day later. No police report was ever filed. Shocker. Nancy didn't call back. Stephanie texted me a few weeks later. Hey Mark, she found the Chanel bag. It was in an old hat box at Mom's. She'd forgotten she put it there ages ago. Of course she had. Or, more likely found it once her bluff was called. Nicole, however, doesn't give up. She just changes targets. Unable to get money or stuff, she pivoted to destroying my reputation and peace. She played the heartbroken, vulnerable woman to mutuals, claiming I was emotionally unavailable and had isolated her by, breaking up with her after she ditched me for her ex. Some bought her act. Others, who knew her well, just sighed. It was pure Nicole. The true, pathetic climax came about a month after my last update. I'd started casually seeing someone new, Emily, just dinners, nothing intense. Nicole, via her spy network, or my now private IG, found out. One evening, Emily and I were at a busy bistro. Guess who coincidentally walked by with her sidekick Heather? Nicole. Beeline for our table. Nicole, Mark? Fancy seeing you. Overly bright, dangerously sweet. Me. Civil for Emily's sake. Nicole, Heather. So this is how you move on? Already? Didn't take you long to replace me. Guess I meant nothing. Voice quivering. Showtime. Nicole, this isn't the time or place. Oh, isn't it? When is the time? When you deigned to tell me you were seeing someone? Or were you just going to keep her a secret, like you kept your contempt for me a secret? Heads was her stage. No contempt, Nicole. A breaking point. You reached it on my birthday. You made your choices. We're done. Please leave us alone. Tears flowing. Full victim mode. Leave you alone? After you humiliated me? Sent my things to Andrew's place? Like trash? Louder now. He has a new girlfriend, Mark. I was stranded because of you. That was it. My patience evaporated. The sheer audacity to blame me for her being stranded with the ex she ran to. Me, calm, cold, but loud enough for nearby tables. Nicole, you were stranded because you ran to your ex on my birthday, claiming he needed you. You chose Andrew's. You chose his drama, his actual girlfriend not wanting you there. Consequence of your actions, not mine. I sent your things where you went. Humiliation? How about being dished by your girlfriend on your birthday via text so she can play hero for her ex? You seem to forget that part. Silence. Nicole's jaw dropped. Fury replaced tears. Heather looked mortified. Emily, mildly impressed. Nicole, you absolute jerk! She hissed, then stormed off, Heather trailing. The surrounding diners quickly resumed their meals, some smirking. The waiter, bless him, brought us drinks on the house. Emily just said, wow, that was Nicole. We laughed about it later. It was actually a bonding moment. The fallout. That public meltdown torpedoed Nicole's victim narrative for anyone who saw it or heard the accurate retelling. Turns out, airing your skewed, dirty laundry isn't always a winning strategy. Andrew and Lauren are still together. Lauren made it clear Nicole is banned. Andrew surprisingly backed her. Nicole lost her prime enabler. Stephanie, Nicole's sister, even sent a terse apology text after the found Chanel bag news. Hey Mark, sorry for how I came at you about all that. Nicole can be a lot. Hope you're okay. Nicole? Still an influencer? Still posting filtered selfies? Engagement's down. Heard she's in a tiny studio, the GoFundMe flopped, and her parents cut back financial support after the drama over the stolen Chanel that she conveniently misplaced for weeks. She's reportedly complaining constantly about how hard her life is. Entitlement is a hard habit to break. Her friends like Heather stick around, probably because Nicole's drama makes their own lives seem stable. Me? I'm genuinely good. Emily and I are still dating, taking it slow, enjoying it. The apartment is peaceful. My closet is mine again. I learned about boundaries and not tolerating disrespect. No grand revenge, just the steady, grinding consequences of Nicole's choices. She wanted to be the main character. Now she is, in her own self-inflicted, slightly tragic, mostly ridiculous drama. She got what she sowed, a life diminished by her own entitlement. And that, my friends, is a satisfyingly real resolution. Thanks for the vent space, Reddit. Helped a ton. Peace.